From teeth filed into sharp points to skulls stretched into long ovals, here are 20 outrageous beauty standards from history that will leave you speechless. Let's get started. Number 20. Foot binding. The Chinese practiced foot binding on young girls as early as 2000 BCE. This involved wrapping up the girls' feet in cloth and then tightly binding them to warp the shape. Small feet were a sign of feminine beauty in Chinese culture, and women who had their feet bound would be more attractive to potential partners. The practice continued all the way until the early 20th century, but it caused a lot of pain and even led to gang. Number 19. Lead and arsenic makeup. During the Victorian era in Europe, women would use lead and arsenic to whiten their skin. They would mix these toxic ingredients with water and a little flour, and then apply it to their faces. Lead poisoning was widespread, and it's estimated that around 20% of women suffered from it. The most famous victim of this beauty standard was probably Queen Elizabeth, the mother of King George II. She died at the age of 69 in 1709 after years of using lead and arsenic makeup. Number 18. Corsets and tiny waists. From the 17th to the 19th century, Western European women would wear corsets to give themselves tiny waists. These were tight dresses that laced up the front, and they were designed to compress the waist until it was almost as narrow as the head. Women would often faint from the pain, but they did it because having a small waist meant that they were more attractive. Men of the time preferred the dainty look of a woman with a narrow waist and a large bust. Number 17. Skull elongation. The Mesoamerican and some African tribes had a weird beauty standard. When it came to skulls, they would elongate them by wrapping the baby's head in a cloth and then tying it off. This would cause the skull to stretch out into an oval shape. It was believed that having an elongated skull made you more intelligent and attractive. But really, it just caused a lot of pain and often led to brain damage. Number 16. Neck stretching with rings. The Khian women of Myanmar have been stretching their necks for centuries. They believe that having a long neck makes them more attractive to men. To achieve this look, they start wearing rings around their necks when they are very young. The rings are made of brass or copper, and they are gradually increased in size over time. The Khian women can end up with necks that are several feet long, but the practice is dangerous and can lead to serious health problems. Number 15. Tooth blackening, also called In Japan, during the Edo period, it was fashionable for women to blacken their teeth. This was seen as a sign of feminine beauty and was often done to girls as young as 13. The teeth would be blackened using a mixture of iron, salt, and vinegar. The older a woman was, the darker her teeth would be, and it was not uncommon for women to have teeth that were completely black. While it may seem strange to us now, it was an important part of Japanese culture at the time. Number 14. The ancient Greeks and the Mayan civilizations both had a thing for you. The Mayans believed that having a unibrow made you more attractive, and it was often seen as a sign of masculinity. To achieve the perfect unibrow, the Mayans would pluck or shave off the hair above their eyebrows, until only a single line of hair remained. Similarly, the ancient Greeks believed that having a unibrow made you more handsome. They would often draw their unibrows on using a special type of eyeliner. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly what the Greeks and Mayans thought that the unibrow represented, but it definitely had some kind of special meaning to them. Number 13. Plucked eyelashes and eyebrows. During the Middle Ages in Europe, it was fashionable for women to pluck their eyelashes and eyebrows. They believed that having bare lashes and brows made them look more sophisticated and elegant. However, this beauty standard had some unfortunate side effects. Because they plucked their lashes so often, many women ended up going blind. Others developed thick, dark scars above their eyes where the plucking had been done. But despite the dangers, the trend continued on for centuries. Number 12. Vein visibility. During the Renaissance in Europe, women would go to great lengths to make their veins more visible. They believed that having pale skin made them look more beautiful and aristocratic, so they would lie in bed and raise their arms above their heads to make their veins pop out more. Sometimes they would even tie off their arms to keep the blood from flowing back. This practice was especially popular among the wealthy because it meant that they could afford to stay inside and away from the sun, which would darken their skin. Number 11. Obesity as beauty. In ancient Egypt, Polynesia, and Fiji, being overweight was seen as a sign of feminine beauty. This was because it meant that the woman had access to plenty of food and resources. Being obese was also seen as a sign of wealth and power, as it took a lot of money to buy the food necessary to gain weight. Unfortunately, this beauty standard led to some very unhealthy women. Many of the obese women in ancient Egypt died young from complications related to their weight. Number 10. Full-body tattoos. The Ainu people of Japan and the Maori of New Zealand both have a long tradition of full-body tattoos. For the Ainu people, tattooists were seen as a sign of bravery and strength. The more tattoos a man had, the more attractive he was to women. For the Maori, tattoos were seen as a way to show their status in society. The designs were often very intricate and covered the entire body. Getting tattooed was a painful process, but it was worth it to show off your ink. Number 9. Scarification. In West Africa and Papua New Guinea, scarification was a common beauty standard. This involves cutting or burning the skin to create scars. The scars were often seen as a sign of masculinity and attractiveness. Each scar told the story of a man's life and his bravery. While it may seem strange to us today, scarification was an important part of many cultures throughout history. Number 8. Henna body art. In India, in the Middle East, it's common for women to decorate their bodies with henna. Henna is a natural dye that is made from the henna plant. It's often used to create intricate designs on the hands, arms, and legs. Having henna tattoos showed that a woman was married, and it was also seen as a way to make her skin more beautiful. The art form has been around for centuries and is still popular today. Number 7. Long fingernails as status. In Imperial China, women would wear long, elaborate fingernails as a sign of high status. They would often have multiple colors and designs on their nails, and they would be kept long by using special tools to separate the fingers. Having long nails was a sign of femininity and beauty, and it was also a way to show off your wealth. The longer the nail, the higher the status. Number 6. Shaved eyebrows plus painted foreheads. During the Heian period in Japan, it was fashionable for women to shave off their eyebrows and paint them back on. This gave them a more exotic and mysterious look, and it was also a way to show off their beauty. The women would use special paints made from plants and flowers to create the perfect eyebrow. This beauty standard was especially popular among the wealthy and powerful women of the time. Number 5. Wasp waist. During the Victorian era in England, women would often wear corsets so tight that they gave themselves wasp waists. This meant that their waists were as thin as the waist of a bird. The women would often faint from the pain, but they did it because men of the time found the look to be incredibly attractive. Unfortunately, many women ended up with serious health problems because of the tight lacing. Number 4. Teeth filing. In Indonesia and Mayan culture, it was customary to file or sharpen the teeth into sharp points. This was seen as a sign of masculinity and bravery, and it was often done to boys as they reached puberty. The teeth would be sharpened using a special stone tool, and then they would be decorated with paint or jewels. This beauty standard may seem strange to us today, but it was an important part of many cultures throughout history. Number 3. Lip plates. The Morsi tribe of Ethiopia has a unique beauty standard for women. They wear lip plates made of clay and wood in their lower lips. The larger the plate, the more attractive the woman is seen as being. The tradition dates back centuries, and it's believed that the lip plates help to make the women more appealing to potential partners. Number 2. Red ochre body paint. The Himba people of Namibia have a unique beauty standard that involves covering their entire body in red ochre. The red color is made from a special clay, and it's used to decorate the body with intricate designs. The paint is not only used for beauty, but it's also believed to have special powers that can protect the wearer from evil spirits. Number 1. Bleached hair and brows. During the Elizabethan era in England, it was fashionable for women to bleach their hair and eyebrows. They would use a special concoction of ingredients like flour, water, and white lead to lighten their locks. This was seen as a sign of beauty and femininity, and it was especially popular among the wealthy elite. Unfortunately, the practice led to many women going blind or developing severe skin conditions. But hey, beauty is pain, right? That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more historical tales.